Hey guys, so we've been talking about water. Now, isn't it interesting on the day that we're talking about water that God sent us a little bit of pitter patter? So I don't know what it will be like when this airs, and it might be a bright sunny day, but on the day that my friends and I are doing the video for this, we got a little bit of thunder, a little bit of pitter patter, and it's really kind of neat, especially since we're talking about water. So we talked last week about tap water, and we talked about that it is really processed water and it is not optimal for our health. So you can go back and listen to that if you missed it. But do you know what? With that in mind, we are going to talk this week about the best kind of water. Now, we did not go into bottled water last week, and I do just want to mention that there are some problems with bottled water as well. It's been shown that it can very easily leach some of the plastic into the water if bottles sit for a long time, there's so many things about plastics, how they can interrupt hormones and other things in our bodies. And then also that the bottled water is very often no more than tap water. And you learned last week, as did I, that tap water is not necessarily the very best for our health. So, obviously, if you're out somewhere and the choice is between a soft drink and a bottled water, then that's going to be your better choice. But it's not that we want to choose bottled water for what we drink all the time. That 1/2 our body weight in ounces of water, we don't necessarily want all of that to be bottled water, just maybe the once in a while. So what kind of water do we want? Well, I believe we need some filter for our water, and there are so many. So drax.com, wellnessmama.com, mercola.com, these are trusted sources that I believe will lead us in the right direction. A couple of these have done some research and some comparisons. They let us choose what we think is best, but they do give us some ideas. So let me tell you a few of the things that they cover in those. You can go to those sites if you want more, and I'll also be so happy to tell you what filter we use. Now, there are some filters as simple as Pure and Brita. There are probably some other brands out there, but there have been times in the past when that's what we could use and that's what we had. They're countertop pitchers, or sometimes they'll attach to your faucet. But do you know what? If that's what you can do, they're not optimal. They don't get out all the contaminants and chlorine and fluoride and the things we talked about, but they are going to get some of it. And you know what? If that's where you need to start, those should be under $50. Best I remember, and it's a good starting place, so go for it. There are also systems that are called reverse osmosis. I know Costco at many times and maybe always carries one, and I would guess that that's sometimes under $200 because they do a little sale on it, but between $200 and $300. When you think about water and how much we drink on a regular basis, it can really be worth it. Now, reverse osmosis will purify the water to such an extent that it actually can then be a little bit acidic, and it can also just be it has all the minerals out of it. So you may want to consider adding back in some minerals if you decide on a reverse osmosis system. We have had one of those in the past. There are advantages because they can be installed under the sink and a cute little faucet come up on top. And you know what? Nothing wrong with that. Just be aware that they do produce sort of an acidic water, and our bodies need to be a little bit alkaline. So just be aware of that and make sure that you check into some minerals that you can just drop back into the water. There are a lot of choices on that. And then Wellness Mama and several others talk about a water filter called Berkey, Berkey, and that's a filter that sits on the countertop. You actually have to add water, so say a gallon at a time, you add water, it filters it, and then it has a spout. So this is actually what we have right now, and these have kind of a range according to what size, and according to your family, then you can determine what size you need. But we have bought one of the smaller ones, and best I remember, it was in about the $200 range. When you think about how much water we drink, when you think about all the things that we invest in, our health and especially our water, I believe is something worth investing in. Now, I don't sell these, I'm not promoting them, I just want to tell you what we've learned, and I really believe a good water filter makes a huge difference. We want to hydrate our bodies, we want to cleanse them, we want to detox, and the best way to do that is to have water that is pure and that has some minerals in it, that is closest to the way God made our water as possible. So that's our goal always, just to try to get our water as close to the way God made it as possible. So Another filter is an alkalizing filter. Now, these filters fascinate me. I've read a little bit about them. There are a number of experts that really believe they're top of the line. They're not all created equally, and if you want to research those a little bit, they are pricey. So again, if you think about water, if you think about our health, they are probably worth the value. It's not something that we have yet invested in. Maybe we will in the future. I don't know, but I really like to share with you things that most of us can do. I hope that's helpful, guys. Half of our body weight in ounces of water every day. I'm trying to do it faithfully. I hope you are too. I'll see you next time. God bless you big. Bye-bye.